Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a long video full of very heavy and serious topics, so take a moment to read the content warnings on the screen now. This video is being made in collaboration with Exposing Na Entertainment on TikTok and Twitter. I could not have made this video without their help, as they provided 99% of the information in this video. They just want to make sure that the truth is out there and that fans of these groups know what is truly going on within the company. All of the information for this video is stuff that can be easily found online or things that we were allowed to share from people who are actually trained or debuted within the company. None of the things said in this video are my personal opinion, and everything is alleged, unless directly stated as fact with sources. I recommend doing your own research, and I will make sure to leave all sources in the description, and of course there will be links for Exposing Na Entertainment's social medias. Lastly, before we jump in, this video is not an invitation to harass or judge any trainees, former or current idols, or anyone else we talk about. Let's not make it weird. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Na Entertainment originally was named LPA Entertainment and was founded in 1982 by a man called Lee Seol. The name LPA stood for Lee Seol Performance Art Company. The company then changed their name to Namu Entertainment in 2022 and then changed it to Na Entertainment in 2023. But to keep things less confusing, I will just keep referring to them as Na Entertainment as though it has had different names in the past. It is all the same company with the same founder. The company didn't actually have any activities until 2016 when they debuted with their first girl group, Holics. On May 15, 2016, the company's first group, Holics, debuted with their single album, You Lie. The girl group had the lineup of Yurim, Yoonsung, Mina, Youngjung, and Yoonju. They had their first comeback a year and a half later on October 13, 2017 with their digital single, Funky Donkey. With this release, the group also had their first ever music show appearance in mid-December. In August of 2018, the group had their second comeback with Hey Leader, but this comeback only had the members Yurim, Yoonsung, Mina, and Youngjung, as Yoonju had left the group. In May of 2019, the group revealed a new member, Jimin, and they had a comeback on August 22nd, 2019 with the digital single, I'm Your Fan. In May of 2020, it was revealed that Yurim had left the group as a result of her contract ending. In 2020, it was also announced that Jimin would be going on hiatus. Then, in October of that same year, it was announced that they were going to be holding auditions for new members. In January of 2021, the group appeared on stage after 2 years, and they had 4 new members: Myolin, Prael, Hyu, and Jae. Jimin was not on stage with the group, and that is seen as an unofficial notice that she had left the group. Then, not long after this appearance, Myolin and Prael stopped appearing with the group, and it was assumed that they had left. Then, in June of 2021, it was assumed that Holics disbanded as the group socials were deleted. But then, in March of 2022, the company said that Holics was not disbanded yet and that a comeback was planned for 2022. However, later, the CEO said via Instagram DM to a fan that the group would not be continuing and that Holics had unofficially disbanded. According to Exposing Na Entertainment, when they reached out to a member of Holics asking if they wanted to share their experiences, one of them was pretty rude and accused them of trying to ruin their company family. Na Entertainment had plans of debuting a second girl group by the name of I.One, and they were set to debut in 2017. But the group went through member changes, and that caused delays, and then the group disbanded without ever actually debuting in 2019. All the members that were in the group at one point or another were Ayoung, Insol, Sina, Kiel, Ria, Hayan, Narin, and Juha. The company's third group and their first boy group was named Dustin. They had their debut on January 6, 2020 with the digital single Burn. lineup consisted of Kim Yoon, Hwani, Seunghan, JJ, Bell, Siyu, and Daon. They then formed a subunit with the members JJ, Bell, and Daon, and they had their debut in August of 2020 with their mini album Zero Young, with the title track Zero Young, and it featured Mina from Holics. In March of 2021, 2 new members were added, those being Sunho and Dojun. But then, on May 24th, 2021, the company announced that the boy group had disbanded, quote, due to internal circumstances, end quote. But then in December of that same year, a teaser was posted onto the group's social media, and members Siyu and Seunghan posted onto the account as well. So Dustin was seemingly back. In February of 2022, Minnie was announced as a member of Dustin, and throughout the month, more new members were revealed, those being Win, Lake, and Seunggi. On March 4th, the group released a group photo, but Seunghan was not included as he had left the group. They had a comeback, re-debut, in September of 2022 with Crazy. In January of 2023, Minnie left the group and enlisted in the military. Then in February, it was announced that Win also had left due to health issues. Also in February, it was announced that Daon had rejoined the group, and 2 days later, 3 more members were announced: Raphael, Alex, and MJ. But then, in May, NA Entertainment made the announcement that they had lost contact with MJ, saying that he was, quote, withdrawn from the final list due to family opposition, end quote. They also said, quote, even now, I can't contact MJ, and I've been told that MJ's cell phone was confiscated by his family, end quote. On June 1st, they had a comeback with Blacklist, and then in October, they had another comeback, New Love.
Blacklist, yeah, you on the blacklist. 어떻게 될지 몰라 playlist 우리 노리스 없는 훅한 백업 더 이상 다가와지 안에서 달처럼 밝게 빛나는 두 눈 It feels like brand new with you
In April of 2024, it was announced that Daon had left again. The group had a comeback in October of that same year with Round Around. And in April of 2025, member Siyu also left Dustin. And then, in late February of this year, 2026, NA Entertainment made the announcement that they could no longer sustain activities for the group due to things like contracts, health issues, and military service. And Dustin officially disbanded. They also took the opportunity on this statement to announce that they had a new boy group coming. Cool, very cool. That group is Shenix On, or Shenix On. And as of right now, the group does not have a debut date. The members consist of former Dustin members Seunggi and Raphael, as well as Mickey, Tama, Ino, and Louis. From now on, this is where the video takes a more serious turn, as many members changes are a red flag, but I don't think people knew just how bad things were behind the scenes. This is where the worrying situation truly starts. In February of 2022, the company announced their upcoming girl group AngelRus. The group, according to the label, would start promotions in June of that same year and have a debut in early 2023, although later they said the debut would be happening in November. Their first public appearance was at a Dustin concert in March of 2022, where they had only 5 members. The group had a total of 8 members in their lineup at one point or another: Maye, Ina, Ayo, Christina, Kira, Ulin, that was later replaced with Emma, and Ellie, who also left the group due to personal reasons. Then, on August 4th, 2022, the CEO announced that AngelRus would be placed on hiatus. However, the same day, all of their social media was deleted. On August 21st, news broke that the police was investigating the CEO of LPA Entertainment for forcing his trainees to send him photos every week only in their underwear. A complaint was filed in June of that same year with the police, claiming that Lee Seol was demanding that female trainees send him body check photos once a week. The female trainees were told to only wear underwear, and they had to send photos of their front, back, and side profile. In July, the Incheon police had raided Lee Seol's office and took away his phone and computer to do forensic analysis on his devices. A Taiwanese AngelRus trainee was the one to leak the chat logs between her and the CEO to reveal what had happened to her while she was under the company. She did an interview with YTN and revealed the chat logs to the interviewer. I will play some clips from the new segment now.
연예기획사에서 연습생들에게 정기적으로 속옷만 입은 사진을 보내라고 강요했다는 제보가 들어왔습니다.
몸매를 확인하겠다는 것이 이유인데 연예인이 되기 위해서 기획사에 잘 보여야 했던 연습생들에게는 큰 고통이었습니다. 경찰이 수사에 들어갔습니다.
연예기획사 대표와 여성 연습생들이 나눈 모바일 메시지들입니다. 대표는 연습생들에게 매주 화요일 앞, 뒤 옆모습을 찍은 전신 사진을 요구합니다. 사진을 찍을 땐 속옷만 입으라고 강요합니다. 이어 허벅지와 허리, 팔뚝 둘레까지 재서 알려달라고 합니다. 이를 따르지 않으면 K-팝 아이돌이 쉽게 되는 게 아니라고 질책하는가 하면 간혹 2주 연속 같은 색깔 속옷 사진을 보내면 지난주 것이 아니냐고 따지기도 했습니다. 아이돌 가수를 꿈꾸며 우리나라에 온 대만 국적의 20대 A씨는 사진을 보내는 게 악몽과 같았습니다.
회사가 그런 사진 보내달라고 했는데 보내야 되나 이렇게 검황제 물어봤는데 이 정도는 좀 이상하지. 그래서 제가 안 보냈어요. 사진을 찍으면 그 사람 보내면 그 사람은 어디서 쓰는지도 모르잖아요.
연예기획사 대표는 걸그룹 데뷔 준비 기간을 줄이기 위해 동의를 받고 진행한 것일 뿐 성적인 의도는 전혀 없었다고 말했습니다.
단시간 안에 각별과 효율을 살려서 데뷔를 시키자. 체형 관리나 체중 관리나 신체 사이즈 관리나 그런 거를 이 모델 라인 업계에서는 그 교본이 있더라고요.
Another trainee then came out after the original news spread to speak about her time with the company. She made a thread on Twitter with screenshots and shared the similarities she and the Taiwanese trainees had. I will be reading portions of the thread, but I will leave the whole thing on screen and of course in the description as well.
Exposing LP Entertainment, a thread. Hello, my name is A. I was a trainee of LPA Entertainment for 2 or 3 weeks at least. I have experienced a lot, so please take a good look at this thread. It started when I saw Emma's ad on Instagram. She was a foreigner and was debuting in a K-pop group. I was excited and happy for her, but I've wanted to be a K-pop idol since I was 10 years old. I sent a message to the company, did the first phase of auditions on Instagram, so I passed the first step, and the CEO said, quote, add me on KakaoTalk so we can proceed to the second step, end quote. This was the first message I received on KakaoTalk, quote, I'm going to start the second step, end quote. The second phase was basically joining a group with 5 more girls who were supposed to be members of AngelRus. We were making friends and interacting a lot. I needed to send a video of dancing, but I wasn't confident, so I just gave up. 3 weeks later, I texted the company asking to come back. I made it back, but it was my last chance. I even had a profile in the KakaoTalk room with my personal information such as name, age, nationality, height, weight, and desired position in the group. Yes, I am Brazilian. After that, they started asking for videos of me dancing and singing, but soon after they started asking for pictures of me without clothes so they could see my body related to diets. I am a minor and I felt uncomfortable about it. I thought I got it wrong, so I asked for an example photo, and they sent me 2 pictures of AngelRus members without clothes and their body measurements next to them. I sent the photos the same way. I couldn't talk to them anymore. I felt dirty and insecure. I'm only 16 years old. This is not done with minors. Please do not judge me. I'm a dream girl. I have a lot of dreams. It's not my fault.
Lee Seol's excuse for this situation was that the photos were being sent by both Korean and international trainees and were consensual, and this was a method only to help trainees debut quicker. Since this situation, the label has of course changed their name from LP Entertainment to Namu Entertainment, in my personal opinion, so they can distance themselves from the allegations. All of the members of AngelRus, besides Ayo and Kira, have left the company now, and it seems that AngelRus has been dropped as an upcoming group. We also had contact with Christina, a member of AngelRus, that is open to sharing her story, but due to a busy personal life, we don't know when this will be out. So I again highly encourage you to follow Exposing Na Entertainment on TikTok and Twitter, as when they do get more information from Christina, they will be posting it on here. In November of 2024, Na Entertainment launched social media for their new girl group, Deva. also sometimes pronounced diva, but the group says deva. The same month, this group had their first public schedule, where we met members Kia, Natasha, Karin, Sylvia, and Anna. Another 2 members were revealed not long after, those being Alice and Nina. And it was also announced that the group was aiming to debut in the second half of 2025. Around the same time that this new group was revealed, some people were of course concerned about the CEO's actions. In an Instagram DM to a fan, member Kia said that the old CEO, Lee Sol, was in prison. But then, like 10 days later, this photo was made public online, where it showed the CEO was not actually in jail. However, neither me or most others who know anything about the situation think that Kia was lying. We will touch on this in just a moment. Also, just in case someone wants to ask or argue that this man here might be another CEO, here is a photo of the CEO when the company was still called LPA Entertainment. Here are now 2 photos of the CEO with the Deva members. But then, in late December, the group announced on their Instagram stories that they had left NA Entertainment and were looking for a new label, but members Alice and Nina had decided to stay with the company and therefore left the group. The group since then has found a new label, and a lot has happened that does not touch on NA Entertainment, so I will not be covering that. I highly recommend this video by Evie World, as she covers the situation with Deva both while in NA Entertainment and after. A former Deva trainee, who was asked to stay anonymous, provided a statement about her time in NA Entertainment. Quote,
"The following account is a personal testimony based on my own individual memories, observation, and experiences as a former trainee. The views expressed here are my personal opinions and do not claim to be objective facts of corporate or legal nature. This is my story told from my point of view. I'm writing this as a former trainee who was a part of the original lineup for the group Deva. While I was there for every grueling practice, I never became an official member, as after witnessing the toxic and abusive environment firsthand, my parents refused to let me sign. I am one of the lucky ones who got out, but I cannot remain silent while the world is fed a sanitized lie. 1. Building the group from scratch. The CEO's incompetence. Let's set the record straight. Everything people loved about Deva, the Y2K aesthetic, the styling, and the creative direction, was created entirely by Kia, Anna, and Sylvia. The CEO had zero to do with the group's success. In fact, the CEO didn't even build this group. It was the girls themselves, especially Kia, who did the work of a casting department. They were the ones sending messages day and night, scouting girls and convincing trainees to join. The CEO didn't lift a finger to find talent. He simply sat back while Kia and the others recruited the very members that he would later mistreat. 2. Creative sabotage and forced labor. The company had a budget for professionals, but the CEO's narcissism was poison. He would hire editors and stylists and then sabotage them with terrible instructions. Sylvia didn't edit because she wanted extra work. She edited because if she didn't, the videos would have looked amateur and cheap. She spent her rest hours correcting the mistakes of professionals who forced to follow the CEO's bad taste. Anna wasn't just a member, she was an unpaid stylist. I watched her fix outfits with Natasha at the last second on set because the CEO's choices were humiliating or completely off concept. It was a daily battle, the 5 girls against 1 man just trying to protect their dignity from his incompetence. Number 3. Linguistic isolation and identity erasure. The CEO practiced a cruel form of isolation. He strictly forbade the girls from speaking English, yet he refused to provide them with the Korean language classes. This was a deliberate tactic to keep them confused, isolated, and entirely dependent on his translation. The treatment of Anna was particularly demonic. He called her creative style trashy and ghetto, telling her, quote, "This is a K-pop group, not a gang." Yet, in a disgusting display of hypocrisy, whenever sponsors were in the room, he would force the girls, specifically the Latina, to play into the loud stereotypical personas. He hated their culture in private but sold the character of it for profit. Being Armenian, Karin faced severe harassment and bullying on social media due to sensitive political climates. Despite the clear danger and psychological toll, the CEO, in my observation, did absolutely nothing to protect her or stop the harassment. He left her to face the world's hate alone. Number 4. 24/7 surveillance and weekly weigh-in. The surveillance was total. We were put on extreme diets, and the CEO personally checked her weight every single week. These weren't health checks. They were sessions of public humiliation used to maintain dominance. We were prisoners of a mandatory 24/7 reporting system. We had to text the group chat for every single move. Natasha left the house. Natasha reached the store. If we forgot, even once, he would fly into rage. To make it worse, members of a male group from the same company were in the chat to monitor and teach us how to report our location correctly. Number 4. Neglect and displaced rage. When Natasha was severely ill, the CEO showed zero concern. He didn't care about her pain, only that she was taking up time. He pressured Karin to get breast implants. She refused, but the constant pressure to fix her body was a daily psychological assault. I witnessed him being actually crazy towards a trainee when she stood up to him. He was too cowardly to confront her. Instead, he spent hours screaming at the Deva members, discharging all his rage onto them until they were shaking and crying. Even the only other Latino in the building told Anna she just had to get used to the mistreatment. That is how broken the spirit of that building is. Number 6. A failed copycat group. After Deva left, the CEO tried to copy their concept with his new group. This failed miserably because you can't copy a soul. He didn't have Kia, Anna, or Sylvia to fix his mistakes anymore. My heart breaks for the girls in the new group. They stay because of their age, late 20s, feeling that they have no other option. They endure the racism and the surveillance because they are desperate. Meanwhile, Deva managed to escape. Even with the company trying to ruin their reputation, the new girls are still trapped. Final word. The CEO hides behind a female employee name on the registration because of his past scandals. He builds his empires on the backs of young women he treats like property. Despite the company trying to plant lies to keep the members from speaking, I'm still friends with all of them. I'm also friends with some of the girls in the new group. I was really mad when I saw people going for the girls on social media when it was really stupid and obviously fake matters to take attention from the predator in the room.
End quote. The same trainee also spoke more about the CEO in other messages. Quote,
the CEO can't use his real name. The company is in a woman's name, and she is like the vice president or something like that. We met her, and everything is under her name. He lied to us, saying the CEO's changed, but they didn't.
End quote. She also spoke more about the treatment she and other girls got, saying, quote,
one time he told Sylvia she was pretty for a black girl. He also wanted to get my cheeks removed and some Botox because I was the visual.
End quote. During a trip to Thailand, some of the members went live on TikTok, where they revealed mistreatment, like the fact that their dorm was very small and full of mold.
We did have vocal lessons and okay. So when we were in Korea, I'll just tell you guys.
Can you put my leg back?
When we were in Korea, we didn't get trained a lot, to be honest. Mm-hmm. We literally had one dance teacher a week and one vocal lessons a week. Except for when we were recording backing vocals, and that was literally it.
Oh, general.
Our dorm wasn't even a dorm. It was like a small house or whatever, and it was moldy, and we got sick from it. Well, you got like.
I went to hospital.
Yeah, she went to hospital back in her country for it because of the.
Two blood tests because my body was itchy.
Because of the mold.
Mm-hmm. I could feel that like on plane. I was like,
yeah, it was so disgusting. I hated it, and it was too small for all of us, to be honest.
An online trainee named Lily did have a decent experience with Na Entertainment. There's a whole written interview with Lily that will be posted onto Exposing Na Entertainment social media, so look out for that. She did share a statement with us to add to this video. Quote,
in December of 2025, I wrote him that I was going to leave based on personal circumstances. Then, on January 9th, he already wrote to me himself that he was building a new group where everyone would be teenagers, and so on, but I decided to try again. He told me that I needed to lose weight from 49 kilograms to 42 to 46 kilograms.
End quote. I will be putting Lily's social media on screen now, so if anyone is interested in following her, please go give her a follow and support her. Other online trainees like Paola posted a TikTok about her experience as an online trainee for Deva. The video has been removed from TikTok but is still accessible online. In the video she posted, the text on screen reads, quote, to think I almost debuted as a K-pop idol this year, but left because the CEO went to prison for sexual harassment and the group is debuting anyway. End quote. I will leave a link for the video where I got this from. It is in French, but you can turn on auto translation as it is also a very good video. The group Scarletia, not really sure, was another planned project by Na Entertainment that was formed around 2022. There was online training, but then there was also training in person in Korea in 2023. The trainees of the group were PS, Shoeta, SHINee, Rin, and Anna. These trainees, however, were never actually promoted as a group, unlike the other groups under the company. The person behind the Exposing Na Entertainment account reached out to the members and SHINee replied, and we are allowed to share her responses about the company and the CEO. SHINee said that she was always treated okay, but other member Rin had been treated poorly by the CEO when they trained together. She also said, quote, from what I am hearing, he is starting to treat the NHWEEB members poorly, except for the ones that are his favorite, end quote. SHINee also spoke about the CEO situation. When she was asked if the CEO was in jail, she said, quote, "Not anymore by the looks of it. I think he might have lied to the Daeva members, like he lied to me and the Enhui girls, and every other trainee after he was caught," end quote. Quote, "He lied and said the CEO was a woman, and even went as far as placing a random woman's name on the contract," end quote. She said in regards to Kia stating that the CEO was in jail, quote, "I don't think Kia lied. I think she was lied to and had no idea, just like me and everyone else," end quote. SHINee also revealed that the CEO had tried to pawn her off to another agency. In a screenshot, NA Entertainment said to SHINee, quote,
1. Canceling the flight is SHINee's choice. 2. Since DK Entertainment said they were preparing a project, DK is also preparing accommodation. In other words, Korea and NA Entertainment are not ready yet. Honestly, I want SHINee to somehow come to Korea and join Floria. It's not that your judgment is wrong, but it's a shame that you gave up on joining Floria while you were still in Korea. I thought you'd had a chance. It's like a dream for a foreign member to join a K-pop group that is currently releasing an album like Floria. I created this opportunity for them that would be absolutely difficult to achieve. Isn't it too early to give up when the CEO of DK Entertainment didn't tell you directly SHINee didn't come?
End quote. In another message from the CEO to SHINee, he said, quote,
"I was going to bring you to Korea and make you debut. I am really disappointed and I'm angry at myself for trusting you. Never contact me again from now on and never think about K-pop again." End
quote. Floria was indeed a group that debuted under DK Entertainment in mid-2020, but they ended up disbanding in 2024. The group that the CEO seemingly made to replace Daeva is Enhui, also pronounced Nui in Korean, but bear with me as Enhui is a lot easier to say for me. The trainees that appeared on the group's social media were the two former Daeva members, Alice and Nina, along with new trainees Vanessa, Ria M, Maddie, Madeline, Mariam, Kateria, and December. Trainee Vanessa might look a little familiar as she participated in the show Universal Ticket, and trainees Maddie and Mariam were under Shinhwa Entertainment before joining NA Entertainment. On January 6th, 2025, NA Entertainment hosted a Q&A on the group's social media, sharing that the goal was to have the group debut by the last quarter of 2025 with a mix of Y2K and high teen concept. And although they had released a teaser with the before mentioned 9 trainees, the label said that the lineup was not finalized, therefore changes could be made to 7 or even 11 members. In the Q&A, they also addressed the situation with the CEO asking for photos from their trainees. The label said that the system had been wrong, and they were reflecting and repenting on the incident. They also claimed that this system was no longer in use and that they were now prioritizing the protection of their artists. On January 7th, trainee Ria M unfollowed Enhui's accounts on Instagram, and of course that caused speculation that she had left the group or the company. A few days later, the Enhui Instagram account followed another girl, Nicole. There was a lot of chaos around the group pre-debut, so I will go through it very fast, as although it is not anything super exciting, I still think it is important. In March of 2026, Enhui's Instagram unfollowed Madeline, Kateria, and December. Later in the same month, Ria M was added back into the lineup, but the next month she left again due to visa issues. Also in April, 2 new members were announced, Via and Yena. In June, trainee Maddie also left Enhui. In July, NA Entertainment made the announcement that Yena would be taking a break due to personal reasons, and due to this, she would not be in the lineup for Enhui. In August, another member, Sungju, was announced, and a final lineup for the group was confirmed, and the group had now plans to debut in November of 2025. In my opinion, it is important to mention here that at this time, NA Entertainment had around 50 plus trainees, both in person in Korea and online. With the lineup Nina, Alice, Vanessa, Miriam, Nicole, Via, and Sungju, and we had their debut on October 24th, 2025 with their digital single Like a Flame.
Like a flame.
The group then had their first comeback in January of this year, 2026, with their second digital single, Siren Call. The group appeared on music shows and even on It's Live. I will add here that there are also photos of this group with the CEO, Lee Seol, once again showing that the CEO has seemingly not faced any prison time or punishment for his actions. Former Enhui member Yena, who trained with the company in person, also confirmed through Instagram DMs that the CEO was the same. I will now share the experience of a person who auditioned for a spot in Enhui. Quote,
sometime in March of 2025, I auditioned for NA Entertainment via Instagram DMs, which was the most convenient way to audition for me. Despite it not feeling professional or secure, they asked me to send videos of me singing, dancing, headshot photos, full body photos, and information about myself, which I had done. Afterwards, they left me unseen and I had not heard from them, so I began worrying about the videos and pictures and whether it was received and handled correctly. I reached out again after around a week asking if I am unsuccessful, may I delete my data? Data referring to my sent videos, photos, and information. This was asked due to their lack of communication, as I was still confused about my data still being accessible via Instagram DMs. They messaged back, misunderstanding and stating that I was rude for not trusting them and how they handled our information, and proceeded to say petty remarks such as, you have the visuals and talents to be an NP member, but you ruined your chances. It's such a shame. This alone is a highly inappropriate statement to say, as a supposedly professional company towards someone who was a minor, as it was clearly an attempt to hurt or frustrate me in spite of what I had said. They had also said something along the lines of, applicants don't ask if they were successful or not, which is not at all what I was asking. I was not able to explain myself or reply at all, as they had immediately blocked me, as that was their procedure towards unsuccessful applicants. They advertised these auditions for people of any ethnicity, as this company is known for creating mixed ethnic music groups. Despite that, they had a lack of decent English communication skills, the most commonly spoken language, which obviously wasn't good enough to comprehend my simple question, so I can't even imagine how they would successfully communicate to already existing trainees and idols without misunderstandings.
End quote. Another person, a trainee from the original lineup of the group, had also come out and talked about her experiences with NA Entertainment. However, she has since taken down her comments and seemingly returned to the company. She said, quote,
for me, the company, as well as that CEO, was demanding, especially that he threw me out mercilessly because he wanted me to go to an embassy and demand them my visa. And instead of understanding that the embassy had the right to delay my visa, he blamed me for losing his money to book a photo shoot for 7 people. Also, he wanted no excuses, sick or not, etc. He wanted us to never say no to anything. He even says even if we feel it's wrong, we should just say yes, Mr. CEO. He also wanted me to get rid of my cheeks, saying that I have fat cheeks, even though it's not something I can get rid of because it's genes from my parents. And he wanted us to never ask why, even if it's wrong. We should just allow him to control us and do everything he says. And all that, being rude to everyone in terms of texting us and all that, especially those of us who left the company, etc.
End quote. She also said in an Instagram comment, quote,
as a former member of Enhui, I can agree that the company's damn awful, but the girls are training before their debut. At least they'll get better, plus Alice and Nina have been there before. Not bad, not good. Since people wanted to know my experiences, I told them I would upload it to YouTube, just my story as a trainee, how I think about training, if I'm gonna go back in the future.
End quote. Another trainee who did not want to participate in the making of this video still expressed disapproval of the agency. There's also clips from a live stream where some of the Enhui members reveal some serious things, like getting no proper off days to rest and not getting any salary while also having to pay NA Entertainment. I will now play the clips.
I mean, it's not her job, but we don't have a choice. We don't want it this way, but
because we don't have like a manager and stuff like that, this is what we have to do.
Yeah, even as the leader, I feel like I'm on police duty every night.
Oh yeah, Nina also, we get calls randomly at like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah, and I have to check on everyone.
Yeah,
I mean,
pictures of us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind checking on my members to see if they're okay, but it's not like, it's not for me, it's for someone else who wants to check. But
Vanessa's done fasting time, but because of the life she cannot eat.
Yeah, like usually for example, we will have a like pretend rest day, but then there will be a live. We love doing lives for news, but we also need our full rest day. We never had a full rest day
anymore. Vanessa harusnya buka sekarang guys, cuman dia nggak bisa makan karena dia harus ngelakuin live ini dan kita nggak boleh makan di live ataupun minum ataupun ngelakuin apapun. We had like a practice today in the morning to afternoon, but afterwards is DNA, but like there's no rest time, so like from morning up until night later they will have no rest and just continue practice.
Yeah, and then they eat after.
They cannot eat, they do not sleep. So they are working hard, you guys.
Ya, sama sekali terakhir libur itu bulan Desember, tapi di Desember itu liburnya harus ngelakuin live.
Jadi nggak ada
termasuk libur.
Ya,
like kita benar-benar nggak ada libur. And get paid. Iya. Dan apakah kita mendapat bayaran?
Kita yang harus ngebayar.
Period.
Pertama kali denger kerja malah ngebayar bukannya dibayar.
I just wanna go to Indonesia.
저도요.
Indonesia 가고 싶어.
When a fan reached out to the company through Instagram DMs about the things that had been revealed in this live stream, the company replied, "The messages are translated, so they might be slightly off, so please keep this in mind." The messages from NA Entertainment said, quote,
I cannot discuss the company's system due to regulation. There is no bad situation as you think. You guys have many worries. It's only natural that idols do not eat during practice or live broadcasts. Also, they are on a diet. You are the ones who demand that the members lose weight. We provide vacations, holidays, breaks, and sleeping time, and also give ample personal time. Why do you continue to perceive this as a bad company? The Korea idol system isn't about salary, it's about dividends. Don't you know that? The members are being treated safely and fairly. On the contrary, we provide ample consideration and support that would be unimaginable in a small company. Why do you continue to harass the company and the group? They did not pay a single penny to the company. Where on earth did you hear this? And what did you hear to send me a message like this? On the contrary, to create the group NP, the company is providing everything: broadcasts, debut, comeback, album, music video, costumes, accommodation, meals, and transportation. The amount of money invested in them is an enormous sum that defies imagination. Are you saying the company is receiving money from NP? Where did you hear such false information? I only told you this. Please do not disclose this, and please do not message me in the future.
End quote. The person who had received these messages from NA Entertainment replied to them to explain where the claims came from, aka the clips from the live stream that I showed just before. NA Entertainment then responded with, quote,
There's something you need to keep in mind. The more you attack the company and make it into a bad company, the company feels like giving up on NP. Isn't it wrong to harass a company that is doing its best to support fans and NP? The NP you like, support, and worry about is a group created by the company. Why do you think the company cannot treat a group fairly when they invest so much time and money into creating them? NP is a group that you like, support, and care about. The company created it. Why do you think the company cannot treat the group fairly when so much time and money is invested in building it? Do you not understand after watching the video above? Does it seem like a scary atmosphere? Do they look like they're being bullied? Why are you saying the company's wrong when it's just a live broadcast where they casually talk and chat? This conversation with you ends here. Do not message me again. If you continue to message, you will be permanently blocked. Also, it is currently 3:30 a.m. Korea time. Do you think this is a polite message to send at this hour?
End quote. After this incident, the girls of NHWI went live with the company's upcoming girl group N.Angels, as well as their upcoming boy group. A fan posted screenshots from the livestream stating in the caption that they felt that it was clear that NA Entertainment had forced them into doing this to show camaraderie and a certain closeness within the trainees and idols. Vanessa, according to the screenshot, reposted this fan's TikTok. I will note here that it does seem that Vanessa's account is also being managed by a parent, so maybe her parent reposted the video accidentally or on purpose. Speaking of Vanessa's parents, in a Facebook post by who we believe is Vanessa's mother, due to her posting a lot about Vanessa, including never before seen photos, she says, quote,
Vanessa, who works hard to build this group. Why is the new group even better to get paid? Hello, is your agency healthy?
End quote. Now keep in mind, this is just using the translate option on Facebook and might not be completely accurate, but we still get the gist. In another Facebook post, she says, quote,
We work hard, practice every day, and give it our best. But what do we get? Just minimal attention and unclear promises. Meanwhile, the girl group who just debuted already got more attention, more money, and more facilities. Are we just the second choice? We also have dreams, we also have passion, and we also want to succeed. But it seems our dreams are just dreams because no one supports us. Should we wait until we become an old girl group that is no longer of interest? We need to be remembered. We have hearts, we have feelings, and we want to be appreciated. Don't just focus on the new girl groups. We are still here and we still want to fight. We need support, we need attention, and we need opportunities to show what we are capable of. Don't let us fall prey to the unfair business strategies. We are more than just stepping stones. We are artists with dreams and passion. We will keep fighting, we will keep singing, and we will keep dancing because we know we can do more than this.
End quote. Vanessa's mother could be using her Facebook to majorly overstep boundaries. She has made posts about friendships and enemies, including photos of Vanessa and Alex Alice. On another post, she seemingly complimented all the N.Hui members, only leaving out Alice. However, recently she took it a step further when she claimed that Alice was physically hurting Vanessa, saying in a comment on Facebook, quote,
"The problem is that Alice wants to win alone. She tells Vanessa to take this or that. Does she think Vanessa is a maid or something? Hit Vanessa, punch Vanessa."
End quote. In a response to someone else asking about the situation, Vanessa's mother said, quote,
"Sorry, I can't answer because my child is still there. I'm afraid something will happen there."
End quote. However, after these allegations, Vanessa posted onto Instagram saying, quote,
"Hi, lately I've been seeing some rumors about me and Alice. Alice and I are totally fine. We've never had any problems at all. Please do not spread false rumors in the future."
End quote. She also posted onto her Instagram chat feature saying, quote,
"Guys, I just found out about this popular rumor circulating. I don't know who spread it. Maybe my mother had a misunderstanding. Even if you're a fan, please do not make rumors like that. I really have no problem with sister. We are fine. Please do not spread false rumors."
End quote. So me or Exposing NA Entertainment are in no way claiming that there's bullying or something like that going on. We thought it was still important to include it in this portion of the video. Now, of course, we have no way of knowing what is going on, but this does unfortunately remind me a lot of what happened with Black Swan with Batu and Leah, and how Leah's mother got involved and started sharing information that sometimes was being misunderstood by her or fans. Also note that these Facebook posts we have shared is just the tip of the iceberg, and are all from this year, 2026, as she posts very frequently and most often about Vanessa. Later on, the N.Hui members went live again to share that while driving, the CEO had been speeding and that member Via had thrown up and then got yelled at by the CEO.
Jadi, waktu kita ke show champion, manajemen kita nge-pick up-nya telat. Jadi aku sama Senju nggak ada waktu buat makeup. Senju masih dapat dikit, aku nggak sama sekali. Jadi kita harus ngelakuin sendiri. Terus kita di mobil ngelakuin makeup. Karena pas sudah nyampe kita harus langsung pre-recording. Terus aku muntah karena ngebut banget.
Wait, literally on the back on the car, me and Ninoni like Oni.
Vanessa's like this in the back to me.
Because the car was so fast, I threw up while doing makeup. And then I got yelled at.
Oh my god.
The most recent major update as I'm recording this is that NA Entertainment posted this statement due to growing concerns over what Vanessa's mother had been saying online. So I will read that statement now.
We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the fans and our fandom's news who have continuously showed love and support for N.Hui. Recently, due to the Alice-Vanessa rumors circulating on social media, many of you have expressed concern. Therefore, we would like to address the matter clearly. To state the conclusion first, these claims are fake. The information being spread is fake news containing fabricated facts and rumor. The individual who uploaded the post and screenshot is not Vanessa's real mother, but someone impersonating her and presenting content as if it was true. We are currently in the process of identifying the person responsible for this misinformation, and considering the seriousness of the situation, we will take strong legal action. In addition, Vanessa, Alice, and all N.Hui members are currently busy preparing for their third album and are continuing their lives as happy and dedicated K-pop artists in Korea. As N.Hui's recognition continues to grow, the spread of false information and rumors has also increased, causing significant emotional distress to the members. Our company will continue to monitor such activities closely and will proceed with strict legal measures without leniency. Once again, we thank all the fans who have continued to support and protect N.Hui during this time. NA Entertainment.
End quote. I find this statement very interesting, as first of all, from what I can tell, this is the only post on NA Entertainment's Instagram that has the comments turned off. Now, I will not stand here and claim that without a shadow of a doubt the person who has been posting on Facebook is Vanessa's mother. However, Vanessa herself has insinuated that the Facebook account is her mom, along with this woman posting photos of Vanessa that are not public anywhere else, and even having a photo album of Vanessa when she was a child. So, to claim that this is an impersonator is odd, but again, I will not claim 100% that NA Entertainment is lying here. In December of last year, 2025, NA Entertainment shared their plans for an upcoming girl group that would have a different concept. In a message to a fan, the company revealed some information about the group. Quote,
I can't share too many details in advance, but over the past 6 months, 50 people have been doing their best while undergoing tests to become a member of the new girl group, and the process is still ongoing. So far, 7 participants have passed the test, 5 more are still being evaluated, and new participants will continue to join. The final audition will conclude on January 30th, and those who pass the test will gather in Korea between February and March. At the moment, many aspects are already prepared, including a debut schedule, training program, concept, team name, composers, and more.
end quote. In another message, they also say, quote,
Passing the test and coming to Korea does not guarantee a debut. Even in Korea, additional tests will be conducted based on training, skill level, and sustainability for the team's concept, and the final debut members will be selected through this process,
end quote. In January, the social media account for this group, N.Angels, was made, and throughout the months, trainees were revealed. Those were Aurora, Alba, B, Bibi, Lua, Hekete, Rud, Ria M, Rinka, Angel, Sarah, Yoon, Maya, Lily, and Annie. However, just days after member Bibi was revealed, the agency deleted her post, and it was later confirmed by her that she was not a part of the lineup anymore. Trainee Ria M, of course, is the same Ria M as was in the pre-debut lineup of Enhui. Since the group was announced, Na Entertainment has made the decision to deactivate the group's social media, quote, in order to protect the members with their well-being and mental health being top priority, end quote. Although I'm sure the girls are getting some hate, I wonder if a portion of the reason why this was done is due to people calling out Na Entertainment and trying to warn the girls of the company's track record. Na Entertainment also dipped their toes into a co-ed group with the group DNA. There isn't much to note about this group, but I still wanted to mention it. DNA is a 5-member group that had members from both Enhui and Phoenix On, those being Alice, Nicole, Miriam, Seunggi, and Raphael. The group originally was supposed to have Yena as a member, but since Yena did not end up debuting in Enhui, she was also not placed in DNA. On September 3rd, 2025, the group had their debut with a digital single, Change the World.
We change the world. We change the world. We change the world. We change the world.
The only other thing I will add here, as it is relevant to something we spoke about earlier, is that in another Facebook post by Vanessa's supposed mother, it seemed like Vanessa might have had to pick between Enhui and this unit. This is what the post states, quote,
Tough choice. On one hand, Enhui has been with you from the beginning, and those are memories that cannot be replaced. But on the other hand, there are friends who always want to win alone, that can make you feel unappreciated and uncomfortable. Meanwhile, DNA offers a new atmosphere and a chance to start again. You can meet new people, make new memories, and maybe even find a more positive environment. But are you ready to leave your old memories behind and start over? Or will you regret your decision to leave Enhui?
There are also theories that Na Entertainment is planning yet another group, this time with a teen concept, and it seems that they already have some trainees for this group, those being Loretta, Lavinia, and Ayla. So with this not yet announced group, Na Entertainment is planning 3 new groups to debut, N.Angels, Phoenix On, and this teen group, when they can't seemingly take care of one group properly. This is just yet another red flag. I decided to add this kind of update/further information section. In regards to N.Angels, it seems that trainees Alba, Yoon, Aurora, Rud, Angel, and perhaps Vinka have all left the company. There also seem to be new trainees, but at this point it is so confusing that I can't really keep track anymore. Another thing, and please take this with a grain of salt, there were supposedly plans for a Enhui subunit that never happened due to the trainees leaving. The CEO continues to be an asshole to people who DM Na Entertainment. When someone said to the CEO that they were worried he was using the idols for money laundering, this clown said, quote,
You need money to launder money. We are operating at a continuous loss, and 300 million won was invested in production for Enhui, resulting only in debt. How can there be money laundering?
End quote. In regards to Phoenix On, the boy group, the group's account has unfollowed Louis, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Lastly, hopefully, good lord, this video is so fucking long. Something I noticed when I was watching content from Enhui's YouTube channel, it seems that the members of Phoenix On, specifically Seunggi and Raphael, are helping with content/work, as they were on set with Enhui when they were shooting a music video, helping with recording and so on. It's very odd, so I just thought I would throw that in there.
Say hi.
Hi. Konnichiwa.
How are you feeling today? 뭐하냐? This is vlog 아니야?
This is where I will be ending this video, as it is already very long. There was so much information, so I hope I made it easy to understand and digestible. If there's any major updates, I will be adding them into a pinned comment, but for any further updates, please go follow Exposing Na Entertainment on social media. They will be posting an interview with Lily, as well as statements by Christina, and of course, any further information on the upcoming groups and other issues. This video could not have been made without their help, research, and effort, so please go follow them. Once again, we are going to ask you guys to please leave everyone alone that we spoke about in this video. Past and current idols, trainees, and parents. If everyone starts harassing these people, they're less likely to open up with people like exposing NA Entertainment, which is not good as that is one of the only ways they can share their experiences. So let's just keep it to the comments and of course keep them kind and clean. Anyway, all links will be left down below in the description. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.